is playoff hockey.
Grandier becoming, if not the best, money goaltender in the game today.
One of the best money goaltenders in the 70s was Bernie Perron. In 1974, he carried the Flyers to their first Stanley Cup.
He shoots, makes the save, or he's it up, fires high, stop, good save. Perron grabs that. The Flyers win the Stanley Cup! The Flyers win the Stanley Cup!
Philadelphia repeated a year later, and Bernie became the only goalie ever to win MVPs back-to-back.
Perron is absolutely fantastic.
In the 50s and 60s, if you needed a shutout, you turned to Terry Sawchuk. Sawchuk compiled an unbelievable 103 shutouts and another 12 in the playoffs, winning 4 Stanley Cups in his 21-year career. America's top money goalie is Massachusetts native Tom Barrasso.
Tom Barrasso. Stunning would be the word, I think, for his performance in the playoffs this year. Right to the cross into the Penguins in. McLean right in front, man there. Oh, what a save by Barrasso. Glove save by Barrasso.
He's the first American with 300 wins, and his 2 Stanley Cups secure his place in history.
Patrick Roy may be the best money goaltender in the game today. In fact, is the best money goaltender when it comes to playoffs.
Patrick Roy's playoff performances have netted him 3 Stanley Cups and 2 Conn Smythe trophies.
McSorley, great save by Roy!
You know, I always like to think of myself as a bit of a money goalie.
Here's Gretzky moving in alone in front. Gretzky shoots, saved by Darren Pang.
Oh, wait a minute, Panger. Money goalie? You know I love you, but come on.
Here's McSorley thinking. Now going behind the net. He's going to open net. He scores!
Oh, they get one on the Panger. Darren, what happened?
Okay, guys, maybe I am better suited for bloopers, but at least I'm in good company.
And here we go. Brett Hull winding up to his own line to the red line. A slap shot. He scores! In scores! And hopped over his arm.
Boy, oh boy, terrible feeling for the goaltender to see that one.
Severin. Rice scores! Severin catching Damian Rose by surprise.
Hey, don't always blame the goalie. Not always our fault.
Now Barnes of the Penguins slap it. Deflected in off the flame, and the Penguins take the lead right back.
Would you believe these guys are on the same team?
He lost it, went into the net and scored! That's embarrassing.
Man, you just can't trust anyone.
Right in the safe. How did he see it?
Not even your own partner.
That was great.
Talk about embarrassed. How about these foul-ups?
Come on, baby. Let's go. Here we go.
Holy jeez, look out.
That hurts, folks.
Everyone always says the goalies are off the wall. Well, maybe they've got a point. Heck, these guys are perfect material for any professional comedian.
Steve White here for Comedy Central. I'm Jay Moore for Comedy Central. Check this out. Hey. I got him. You try to trick guys into coming into the crease? No. Yeah, I put a little cracker over here.
You're not supposed to stop it with your bare hand.
Push me. You can't budge me. You're an all-star goalie, and I'm a schmuck from New Jersey. Fire it. Oh. Good form, though, right? You're right. You are a schmuck from New Jersey. Hey, come on.
One would never use that term to describe John Van Beesbroek. The undersized goalie grew up in a working-class suburb of Detroit, the son of an immigrant laborer.
My dad was a bricklayer for 35 years. You know, I mean, I did a piece of it for a couple of years. When you do that, you gain appreciation for hard work and work ethic.
At 16, John made a decision that would shape the rest of his life. He had played hockey from an early age and chose to hone his craft in Canada, an unusual decision for a kid out of Detroit.
My brother went to the University of Michigan, and I thought that was the golden route. But as I found, and I got competitive in midget hockey, that the OHL was really the place that the scouts went to and a real proving ground.
His decision paid off. The experience he gained propelled him into the NHL, and in his second season, he established himself as the Rangers' #1 goalie.
You talk about your hot goaltenders, star goaltenders, John Van Beesbroek.
John drew inspiration from a unique bond he felt with head coach Ted Sater.
Mike Holmgren says that about Brett Favre is we're attached at the hip. I believe in you, you believe in me. And at the time, I had a coach in Ted Sater that believed in the same type of principle. And I engaged in that and really felt the coach-player relationship that propelled me. When you get that type of commitment, all you want to do is flourish.
Together, coach, goalie, and team caught fire in the 1986 playoffs as the Rangers became giant killers.
Shot from the point, stopped by Van Beesbroek. Man in goal for the Rangers. Spell his name H-E-R-O. John Van Beesbroek.
The Rangers have turned it around and eliminated the first-place Philadelphia Flyers. The Rangers are on the doorstep of another major upset. Looking, Peter Murphy, save Van Beesbroek. Chance of Beezer. Beezer goes up from the crowd. Gardner stopped by Van Beesbroek. Rebound stop. The Rangers will win.
The guy that we put the yeoman's share of the work on was John Van Beesbroek, and he came through and single-handedly carried us into the Stanley Cup Final Four.
In the conference finals, John encountered another young goalie. Patrick Waugh ended the Rangers' miracle run, but could not take away from Van Beesbroek's incredible season.
It was an unbelievable feat to beat Philly, an unbelievable feat to beat Washington. And those things you really engage in. I guess you gain notoriety from that.
The 22-year-old was awarded the Vezina Trophy as the league's best goalie. And for the next 6 years, John was a mainstay in the Rangers' net.
Starts moving, McDonald up front. Oh, save Van Beesbroek. Unbelievable. He's in, he's stick handled. And Van Beesbroek got saved. Rebound. Save Van Beesbroek. What a save with a stick.
When Mike Richter arrived in New York, the Rangers suddenly had two #1 goalies. The league expanded in 1993, and the Rangers were forced to make a choice. Van Beesbroek found himself on the outside looking in.
From the Sunshine State, Florida Panthers select John Van Beesbroek.
Coming to an expansion team as a 30-year-old could have been the end of Van Beesbroek's career, but it wasn't.
Panthers did a lot of winning. John Van Beesbroek was the backbone. He was the roots to the tree that I think allowed that to happen.
Big deal, big deal. Go down and get the winner now.
The quicker you adapt, the more successful you're going to be. And I was told that early on in my career, and I remembered those things, and I kept on bringing them up, and we grew.
But no one could have expected the kind of success the Panthers achieved in just their third season.
Lindsay working on board. Down with Jody Hull in front. Lindsay scores!
Once again, Van Beesbroek led an overachieving team on a miraculous playoff run.
The Florida Panthers think they have some respect coming their way.
Stoyanov held it in. Jaromir Jagr saved by Van Beesbroek.
Lindsay dropped the shot.
To the little team that could.
This team in '96 was just a bunch of guys playing hard together, a lunch pail crew that wouldn't take no for an answer, and you love every minute of it.
Florida's headed to the Stanley Cup Championship Series.
Florida faced the Colorado Avalanche, and once again the adversary was Patrick Waugh. Colorado won the first 3 games and threatened to sweep, but in Game 4, Van Beesbroek made one final stand.
Carter trying to catch him. Denmark shot. Save made by Van Beesbroek. Second save, Michael into the net, but the puck didn't go with him.
In comes Forsberg. Along the line. The pass in. Oh! There's a better save than anything we've seen tonight so far by John Van Beesbroek.
Shot key, deflected in the middle of the for the cup. Oh, Van Beesbroek! Next goal wins. It'll be the only one.
5 periods of shutout hockey, and in an instant, it was over.
Kick held it in. Still held in. Uwe Krupp shot. Score!
When you have a lot of respect for somebody and you're up there competing against them, you want to win, but by the same token, when you lose, you've gotten beat by the best.
Congratulations.
This attitude keeps John Van Beesbroek moving forward. This undersized kid from Michigan has persevered and become one of the greatest American goaltenders in the history of the game.
John Van Beesbroek will gladly pick up the puck. His 300th career win, 15th NHL goaltender all time, and
Congratulations to the Beezer.
This is Frankie Brimsek, Mr. Zero. He was a star for the Boston Bruins and the Chicago Blackhawks in the 1940s. Brimsek from Eveleth, Minnesota, is the only American-born goalie here in the Hall. But with stars like John Van Beesbroek and Mike Richter, that list will certainly grow. Another U.S.-born player, Guy Hebert from Troy, New York, has certainly made his mark in the National Hockey League. And he was a long shot to even make it to the NHL, as he came from a small college that had never before produced an NHL